Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about ngClass, which is a special directive that allows us to dynamically assign classes to elements in our template. Alright, so let me give you a couple examples here. Inside my sandbox component, I'm going to add a couple properties. We're going to have one called isSpecial, and we're going to initially set that to true. Okay, we're also going to have one called canSave, and we'll set that to true. And actually that's it for now. So before we get into ngClass, let's just give an example of class binding. So under my h1 here, let me just put this on a separate line, and under the h1 I'm going to put an h4, and let's bind a class. We're going to say class dot special, and we're going to set that to isSpecial. Okay, and then inside here we'll just say this class binding is special. Alright, and we'll go ahead and save that. And then as far as the styles, I'm just going to put that in line. I'll put a comma right here and we'll say styles. Okay, we'll put some backticks in here. Let's get rid of that box. And then in here, let's do a class called special, and then we're going to set the color to green. Alright, and then we'll save that. Notice that the h4 that we put in here, the class binding is special, is now green. And what's going on is it's looking at this value here is special, and if this is true, then this class right here, special, is going to be applied. Okay. Now if I were to set this to false and save, now you'll see that it's no longer green, meaning that the class is no longer applied. And if I were to inspect the element here, and let's just make this a little bigger, and let's see, we want to see the HTML. Let me just pull this down. Okay, so you can see the h4 here does not have the special class. And this stuff, ng content, this is stuff that's just inserted by Angular. But if I were to make this true again, and now we look, you'll see class equals special. Okay, so we can have these dynamic classes. Now, ngClass is, it allows us to do this, but it allows us to set multiple classes, or multiple dynamic classes. So let me give you an example. I'm gonna let's create another h4 here, and then we're going to use our brackets and do ngClass, and we're going to set this equal to, let's say, current classes. Alright, and then inside here we'll say this div is initially special and savable. Okay, remember we have the special and savable values down here. Alright, or is special and can save, but the class names is going to be special, and then we'll create one called savable. Alright, so for savable, let's do text transform, and we'll set it to uppercase. Alright. So down here, let me just make this bigger. I'm going to add the wrap here. Let me see. Let's toggle word wrap. That way you guys can see the entire thing no matter what, no matter how small the window is. Okay, and then down here, we're going to set this current classes right here. We're going to set that as a property. Okay, and we're just going to set it initially to an empty object. And then what we'll do is create a function called set current classes. Okay, and then we'll say this dot current classes, set it to an object, and we'll say savable, and let's say this dot can save, and then special we'll set to this dot is special. Now, if we go ahead and we save this, you'll see this sentence is not true right now. It's not set. It's not initially special and savable because you see the text isn't green and it's not uppercase. So neither of these are being applied. What we need to do is run this function in order for them to be applied. So let's create a constructor. And then we'll just do this dot set current classes. We'll call that function, and then we'll save it, and now you can see that it's green, meaning that it has the special class. It's also uppercase, and if we look down here, if we look at this H4, you can see that it has the savable class and the special class. So we're using ngClass to dynamically set both of these. So this is very valuable when you're working with, when you're building UIs like, let's say, a screen where you're creating a blog post and you have buttons that you want to be disabled if they can't be saved, things like that. Okay, maybe you have some element that is special and you want it to light up green in certain situations when certain properties are true or false, and then you can apply this ngClass. If I were to set is special to false and save, now you'll see both of these are not using the special class anymore. Okay, the savable class is still kicked in right here because this is true, this can save, and we binded it down here. But if I were to set that to false, now the uppercase is going to go away. Alright, now we can do the same kind of thing using styles instead of classes using a directive called ngStyle. So that's what we're going to look at in the next video.